So first thing I'm going to do is name my game. And we're going to hover over here and we're going to draw our background. Now this is going to be a maze game. So grab my rectangle. I think we're just going to have a black background. So let's just turn that brightness right up there. And I'm going to go just outside. This bit inside the white line is the bit you can see up here. Okay, then we need to actually build our maze. So I'm going to go with the paintbrush. Yeah, change this. I'm going to do mine about 150. All right, I'm doing mine really, hundreds of biggest. I'm going to do my maze really quite big. You can make yours a little bit harder than mine. Okay, yeah, that will do. So I'm just keeping it really, really simple. And I'm going to put a little end point at the end of that as well. Right, so this can be where Sprite Scratch needs to get to. So we'd imagine that's like the doorway to the next level or whatever. That's our end point. So that's our background. Let's go ahead and go back to code. Let's go ahead now and start programming our sprite. Obviously, he's too big to fit in the maze, so I'm going to go down to, I think, 20%? Maybe 30 will do. Okay, there we go. Okay, in this one, we're going to use the up, down, left, right arrow, and we're going to get our sprite to actually move different directions depending on whether we press up, down, and left, right. The first thing we need to do, though, is we need to get Scratch actually moving. So I'm going to say when the green flag is clicked, we're going to go up to motion. We're going to say move. 10 is too many. I'm going to say 5 steps. It makes it a bit slower. And obviously, when I click the green flag, it just runs through that and stops. But what I want to do is I want to run that forever. So I'm going to put the forever. Okay. Now we need a bit more control. We need to actually be able to move. So when the green flag is clicked, we are going to point. Here we go. We're going to point in a direction when if up arrow is pressed, I want Scratch to point straight up, which is 0. If down arrow is pressed, what's the opposite of 0? So it's going to be down here, obviously. It's going to be 180 degrees. I'm going to right click, I'm going to duplicate, and I'm going to do left, and I'm going to do right, and left will be 270, or minus 9. Oh, okay, and so let's put this into my loop. I do need a forever around there. Hold it at the top, it's hugging the whole lot. Okay, now make sure all of your ifs must be in line. You don't want to have an if statement within an if statement, because this if statement will only work if this is happening. So we pull that out of there, pop it straight underneath. Let's see if this works. So press the green flag, up, down, left. Now obviously it does go upside down, but okay. Now obviously it's not a great maze at the moment because you can walk right over the middle. So we're going to have to do some work on that. Let me stop this for a moment. What we want to happen, if Sprite is wandering along and touches the black, it's going to have to move the opposite direction to the way it's moving. Same here, the opposite direction. So what's the opposite of 5? It's minus 5. So we're going to do an if, and we're going to touch in color, because if it touches the black, and I'm actually going to pick, I'm going to pick the black up off the stage to make sure I've got an exact match. So my cursor is actually in the middle there. So if touching black, I want it to move, as I said, the opposite of 5 is minus 5. Oh, I have done move 0.5, so I'm going to help minus 5. And what I have to do is I have to pick sprite up. You see? Okay, start on the next bit in the next lesson.